Good afternoon, it's lunchtime. We have to make up something which is just amazingly flavorful. I'm into a lot of rich flavor when it comes to Asian cuisine, but at the same time I like layers of flavor. So I'm going to teach you how to incorporate the whole concept of layering when you make an Asian stir fry. So first of all, whenever I make Asian food, I like to put toasted sesame seed oil. It already gives you that, the Asianness of it, if you will, really nice. Put in some shredded ginger and some garlic. Now, ginger is a very good anti-inflammatory. As far as garlic goes, it's a very good antibacterial. It really prevents infection that is swimming around in your body. It makes sure that your WBCs or your leukocytes are extremely healthy without being the carriers of any type of infection. Then on this, I'm going to be adding some red onions. I don't put too many red onions, but just enough for that caramelized pungent flavor. And the reason I put in the red onions is because it has some amazing activated quercetin, which is very good for allergy prevention. I just allow it to warm up a little bit, so it can take its own time to cook, so that's completely fine. It smells really nice here. So I'm going to be putting in some beets. I don't know how, this is just one of God's most beautiful creations because I just love the color coming alive with this. Just so beautiful. As it is cooking, it's called Beta vulgaris. One of the most beautiful things I learned to draw when I was studying botany in high school. Really pretty. They used to come together, carrots, beets and radish, I believe. Okay, then in the center of this I'm going to be adding some rice. This is already cooked long grain organic white Basmati rice. And in the center of the rice I'm going to be adding already cooked black-eyed peas. So just visually right now it looks pretty good. That's been going on. I'm going to take some water from the beets and add it to the water so you're not wasting any of the nutrition at all. And then I'm going to allow the beets to mix with the beans and the rice, thus coloring the rice with a very, very beautiful pink, almost like you released a highlighter pink pen onto the pan while you're cooking. It's really pretty. The whole idea is that you should be able to make a gourmet meal which is nutritious for yourself and your family without too much of hard work. But it needs to look absolutely glorious. So how do you achieve that? So I'm going to be adding some heat in here, hot sauce, just as much as you can handle. I love the Sky Valley brand, and if you can handle a lot of heat, this is your go-to thing. So right on the bed of the hot sauce, I'm going to be adding half of the gourmet mushrooms. I like any type of bunapis for this or other types of gourmet mushrooms that are available in the market. What's lovely about these mushrooms is that they have wonderful anti-cancer properties. Absolutely wonderful. And they actually reduce the size of several tumors. And I've noticed this having a fantastic effect on several people. So there you go. It is true, let food be thy medicine. That is so true. So we're going to be putting in some teriyaki sauce, also made by Sky Valley. So it has enough of the sweetness for those of you who think the spice could have gone a little bit overboard for you. I love these colors coming alive. And guess what? In the next 2.5 seconds, this will be done. So it's that easy to do. So I'm going to plate up when we come back. I'll see you in just a second. So it's time to plate up. I'm doing this with a lot of inspired Zen thought process. So just a beautiful white platter. We got some amazing cabbage leaves that was brought to us by Sanjay, and we decided to rub it with some toasted sesame seed oil, just so it has a lot of visual integrity that way. So I have a ramekin. I'm sure all of you have ramekins. And I've always used it for other things besides baking. So this is your chance. So I think for me, plating is a big part of the experience. Just make sure that you do it really, really tight. So the way that you do it, you put the leaf down like so, and then lift it up gently. It looks really pretty. At the same time, it's not all over the place, you know. So a little bit more, like that. So we just take that leaf, put it over the ramekin, place it down gently, and very quickly with a steady hand lift it up. So I normally like to add some cilantro on top for visual interest and some cilantro on the side, and this has some sunflower lettuce just going around like that. And then you can pick out a couple of mushrooms, put them to lie down very gently, and some beets for it to show interest right there. Just an isolated mushroom with a little bit of rice. There you have it. Your platter is ready. But I'm going to be doing a little bit of a taste test, and I'm going to do it the way that we do it in India with my hand, because I want to feel all the textures, right? So it'll make me very happy for several lunches. I hope you make this for a loved one, and or maybe enjoy it for a date with yourself. Phenomenal. Until we meet again next time, this is Vaidya Priyanka.